Have you ever walked into a room with a specific purpose, only to stand there staring at the wall like a sim whose action cue was just canceled? Why am I here, you ask the ceiling. It's frustrating, right? But what if I told you that moment of forgetfulness is actually a specialized feature of your brain's operating system? Today, we're diving into the doorway effect, the terrifying reality of real-life zombies lurking in nature, and a mysterious sound from the dark abyss that defied the laws of biology. Get ready, because we're about to peel back the layers of reality. Welcome back to Whale Facts, where the truth is always weirder than fiction. So, let's talk about that walking into a room and forgetting thing. Scientists actually have a name for it, the doorway effect. It's not a sign of early onset memory loss, it's actually a phenomenon known as an event boundary. Think of your brain like a world-class video editor. To keep things running smoothly, it doesn't just record one long, continuous take of your life. Instead, it chops your day into scenes. When you are in the kitchen, your brain loads the kitchen scene. It prioritizes where the coffee is, the heat of the stove, and that specific task of grabbing a spoon. But the moment you walk through a doorframe into the living room, your brain's software detects a change in environment and hits save and close on the kitchen scene to make room for the living room scene. This isn't just a theory. Researchers at the University of Notre Dame conducted a famous study where they had participants perform simple memory tasks. One group moved the same distance across a large room, while the other group moved that same distance but passed through a doorway. The result? The people who walked through the door were significantly more likely to forget what they were doing. The physical act of passing through a portal served as a reset for their working memory. Why would our brains do this? Evolution. Back when we were roaming the savannas, walking from a bright open field into a dark, cramped cave was a major transition. You didn't need to remember where the berries were in the field. You needed to instantly focus on whether there was a saber-toothed cat in the cave. Your brain clears its mental whiteboard to stay alert to new information. In our modern world, this internal filing system can be a bit of a nuisance, but there are ways to hack it. Psychological techniques suggest that if you find yourself standing in the hallway wondering why you're there, try clenching your fist or visualizing the object you were looking for before you move. By creating a strong physical or mental anchor, you can force that information to survive the portal reset. It's a fascinating look at how our environment literally dictates how we think. But as weird as the doorway effect is, it's nothing compared to what happens when nature decides to take control of a brain entirely. Because while you might forget why you entered a room, there are creatures out there that have forgotten who they are entirely thanks to some very real and very hungry parasites. If you think zombies only exist in Hollywood movies or high-budget video games, I have some unsettling news for you. In the natural world, zombification isn't just a trope, it's a highly efficient biological strategy. And the way these parasites execute their takeover is more terrifying than any script. Let's start with the most famous puppet master, Cordyceps unilateralis, or the zombie ant fungus. Imagine you're an ant minding your own business in the tropical rainforest. A microscopic spore lands on you, drills through your exoskeleton, and begins to grow inside your body. But it doesn't kill you, not yet. It needs you to be its chauffeur. The fungus starts producing chemicals that hijack your central nervous system, effectively unplugging your brain from your legs. Under the fungus's command, the ant leaves its colony and climbs a plant to a specific height, exactly 25 centimeters above the ground, where the temperature and humidity are perfect for the fungus to thrive. Once there, the ant is forced to perform the death grip, biting down on the vein of a leaf with a strength it never possessed in life. Only then does the fungus kill the ant, sprouting a long, eerie stalk right through the back of the ant's head to rain spores down on the unsuspecting colony below. It's a literal biological heist. But if fungi aren't scary enough, let's talk about the emerald jewel wasp. This tiny insect performs actual brain surgery. It stings a cockroach twice, once to paralyze the front legs and a second precision strike directly into the section of the brain that controls the escape reflex. The wasp then bites off the cockroach's antennae and drinks its blood like a refreshing soda. Because the roach's fear response has been chemically deleted, it doesn't fight back. The wasp simply grabs the roach by its stump and leads it back to its burrow like a dog on a leash. The roach stays alive while the wasp's larva eats it from the inside out, starting with the non-vital organs to keep the meat fresh. And before you think humans are safe, let's talk about Toxoplasma gondii. This parasite can only sexually reproduce inside a cat. To get there, it infects mice and physically rewires their brains. Instead of being terrified of the smell of cat urine, the infected mice become attracted to it. They literally run towards their predators to ensure they get eaten, so the parasite can complete its life cycle. Here's the kicker. It's estimated that up to 1/3 of the human population is carrying Toxoplasma. While we aren't running into the mouths of lions, some studies suggest that infected humans might exhibit more risk-taking behavior, slower reaction times, or even higher rates of entrepreneurship. So the next time you feel a sudden urge to start a risky business or buy 10 cats, maybe, just maybe, it's not you talking. From the microscopic terrors of the forest to the vast, crushing darkness of the southern Pacific, in 1997, the world's oceans screamed, and we have no idea what, at least at first, made the sound. The U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, was monitoring underwater microphones originally designed to track Soviet submarines. Suddenly, they picked up a sound so powerful it was detected by sensors over 3,000 miles apart. It was a low-frequency, ultra-powerful noise that lasted for about a minute. Scientists named it the Bloop. The internet, as you can imagine, lost its mind. To put the scale in perspective, the loudest animal we know is the blue whale, but even a blue whale isn't loud enough to be heard across 3,000 miles of ocean. For a biological creature to create the bloop, it would have to be significantly larger than any animal ever recorded in history. We're talking about something that makes the megalodon look like a goldfish. The mystery took a dark, Lovecraftian turn when fans realized the coordinates of the bloop were remarkably close to the fictional sunken city of R'lyeh, where the cosmic entity Cthulhu is said to be imprisoned. For years, the legend of a mega kraken or a prehistoric leviathan lurking in the abyss grew. However, science eventually caught up with the myth. In the early 2010s, after years of study, NOAA scientists concluded that the sound wasn't coming from a mouth, but from the Earth itself. It turns out the bloop was the sound of an icequake, the massive cracking and fracturing of an Antarctic ice shelf as it broke away from the continent. When these gargantuan walls of ice split, they release a sonic boom that vibrates through the entire ocean. But here is the truly humbling part. Even though the bloop was solved, we still have sounds like the Julia, the train, and the slowdown that remain largely unexplained. We have explored less than 5% of our planet's oceans. We know more about the surface of Mars than we do about the deep blue. Every time we think we've figured out the world's mysteries, the ocean reminds us that there are still giants, whether they are made of flesh or ice, waiting in the dark. From the weird glitches in our memory to the parasitic puppets in the forest and the booming echoes of the deep, our world is far stranger than we realize. It just goes to show that curiosity is our ultimate superpower. If you enjoyed uncovering these secrets today, hit that like button and subscribe to Whale Facts for more mind-bending truths every week. Now, for the question of the day, have you ever experienced the doorway effect at a really awkward time? Tell us your story in the comments. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next one.